Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and today I'm back with Mari's Magical Deliveries. So if you remember last time, if you caught the first part of this visual novel, Mari, who's on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, has returned to her hometown, and she's back living with her dad, who runs a delivery, basically a courier delivery service. And she's been helping out with that business, and they are witches? Wizards? I don't know what the term for all. They're all witches. They're both witches. And so they use their brooms to fly around town and deliver their packages. And since Mari's just returned home, she's been running into some familiar faces, including, I guess, childhood friends and people she knew from high school, who are all now have, they're at college and they have some sort of like part-time job. So it's been very interesting to see who these people are and kind of discovering who Mari is and her relationship with these people. So let's continue to do that by just diving in. The sunshine hits my eyes, waking me up much earlier than I wanted. My room is too bright to fall back asleep, so I give up and meander into the studio. Good morning, sweetie. I hope you slept all right. It was fine. I walk over to the table where a large stack of boxes and parcels are. Can I get a little more help today, too? Yes. Great. This group of packages all need to go to the large warehouse downtown. Okay, large warehouse downtown. All of these? Yep, it's only one stop, but it's all you can carry. You'll have to fly slower too, since it's so heavy and bulky. I sigh, rubbing my arm. There's a lot here. Carrying it all will be a serious hassle. It was a pain carrying all of my stuff here, but that was all mine. And it's a different story when they're clients' items. All right. Fly safe. Okay. Do we not have like a little, like little box or something to put everything in? It'd be really hard to balance, I would think, particularly. Oh, I didn't have to click on the map. We're here. Yep, this is definitely the right place. I carefully land, my feet gently hitting the concrete. Steel frames and iron beams surround me. I expect to hear heavy machinery, but it's oddly quiet. After checking out my surroundings and making sure it's safe, I head towards a small office. Hello, I'm here to deliver some packages. Just in time. It's the same dad voice. Just in time. Can you bring them to the plant? The plant? Yeah, it's a large building across the walkway. Can't miss it. The guy shrugs like it's obvious before walking off. I step back outside and reassess my surroundings. All of the buildings look monstrous, so I try to head directly across the aforementioned walkway. I've got a delivery. Great. Just leave them against the wall. All of these? How much is there? After going over all of the packages, we devise a plan to split them up across the correct buildings. A group of workers help us carry them around. Well, that's good. We're working together. How lovely. Thank you so much for this. It would have been a pain if we hadn't gotten them all in at once. Now we can finish up our maintenance of all of the machines. Maintenance? When we were doing an inspection earlier this week, we discovered several of the gears and parts had become brittle from overuse and were now unsafe. Oh, that's a problem. But now we have the parts. All of the machines were turned off, but we can't just start one back up. They all have to be turned back at the same time. Or back on at the same time. Every day they're turned off is a lot of hours we can't work and process food. So, thank you again. The worker waves, going back to one of the machines where they're already installing the new parts. Ah, not all of these packages are simple trinkets. Some people are counting on these packages. They're counting on us. Yay. That's good. Must feel nice. I'm home. I walk over to the living room to find Dad passed out on the couch. He must be tired. Sheets of paper are scattered around him. Dad, the amount of packages from this morning has gone down considerably. He must have been running around making more while I was out. Still, though, there's work to be had. I walk over to the table and assess what's left. Some packages are listed as being deliverable sometime in the next day or two, as they're not rush orders. There's a few here, though, that need picking up. It looks like Charisse, Castor, and Hans need deliveries for things I'll have to pick up from them. We're going to see all three. These are the three people that are our old friends. So, we'll have to go see them. Oh, I get to choose? I should pick one for now to focus on and let Dad handle the others when he wakes up. So I'll go help. And this is where we make a choice. Who are we helping? To be honest, I only really remember Charisse. Because Charisse works at the carnival. I'll start with Charisse. I'll just go in order. Castor and Hans, I'm kind of confused. I don't really remember which is who. Like, I know one works at the arcade. And I think Hans might be the one at the college that we saw. And he's the quieter one. I think Charisse and Castor are the siblings also. But we'll start with Charisse. Charisse. It says she'll be at the carnival again, so it's probably something work-related. After grabbing a quick drink, I head out the door. The carnival looks just as beautiful today as it was yesterday. A group of small kids pass by me, each taking turns grabbing cotton candy from a stick. Ooh, I like the petals. A flurry of petals catch my eye. With a grand flourish, Charisse twirls around, captivating the audience in front of her. She tosses a top hat into the air. In a swift motion, she catches the hat and streamers burst out of it. Ooh. The crowd applauds. Thank you, thank you. She does a curtsy, staying in the pose for a few moments until the crowd moves along. No time to rest, huh? Ah, Mari, I'm so glad you're here. I really need a favor. Well, we do, but it's sort of for me. What's wrong? We're about to have a new show in the Big Tent and began advertising it around town, but we found out the storm the other night ruined a lot of the flyers. They have a special code on them, so we need to replace them all with new information. I know it's a little unorthodox, but do you think you could help me put them back up? I'd like to help, but I'm not sure how. I don't know where the signs are or how many there were. And that's all right. I'd be going with you. My heart skips a beat. I've never flown with someone else, much less someone you like, Mari. Anyways. Are you sure? It'll make things a lot easier. If you're okay with it, that is. I grip my broom. Let's get started then. She leaves to get the flyers, coming back without her makeup. I help her up on the broom and lift off the ground. I can feel the whole broom shake. Are you okay? I'm fine. I can slow down if you want. I'll be fine. I hold my arm out. Just hold on to me. How fun. I mean, considering that I'm assuming all these people don't fly on brooms because they're not witches, it makes sense. I can't imagine flying on a broom in the air, and it'd be a fun thing to do, but also hard to do, I think. Here is fine. I lower us down in front of a large row of office buildings. Charisse quickly rummages through her bag and runs inside. Yes. I stand outside, taking a look around. The business district doesn't look much different aside from a couple new buildings and facades. Groups of office workers and salarymen pass me by. Did Charisse volunteer for this? She was never the most outspoken in high school, and wasn't exactly someone I'd describe as taking initiative. Being a performer in front of that many people, she really has grown to be more comfortable around others. All right, I'm done. Now let's go to the campus. We hop and skip around campus, leaving flyers on any corkboards we can find, and then some. It's exhausting, but we have covered all of the main buildings. Cherie sighs, putting her bag down for a moment. There's still quite a few flyers left in her bag. Is there somewhere else we have to go? Yep, the downtown shops. There's a crease in her brows. Why? Why are you worried, Cherise? She turns away before I can say anything. Here we are. Great. How do you expect anyone to make anyone laugh with that frown? I'm not performing right now. I'm kidding. No, you're not. I take some of the flyers from her hands. Let's split up and make it quicker, okay? Okay. Why are you down, Cherise? I'm concerned. I talk to some of the shopkeepers along the way, asking them if they have any signs up for the carnival's new show and giving them more flyers. Some of them are familiar, and I end up staying longer than I should. I end up hurrying, trying to catch up with Cherise. The sign's already up in several storefronts, and I find her at the card game shop. Oh boy. Why won't you put it up? I already have it up. That's an older version. Get it right the first time, then. Why are you fighting your sister about this, Castor? Blame the designer, not me. Just let me replace it. No. The group playing card games in the corner from yesterday are huddled up again, though this time in fear. I cough. Castor, can we replace the flyers in the shop? It looked awfully weird if this store was the only one with the old flyers. Fine. He snatches the flyers down from their corkboard and tosses them away. Why are you so... It's not that serious. It would have taken less than a minute to put them back up. I help him tape up the new flyers. Thank you, Castor. Come on, we've got a few more to hang up. Cherise grabs my hand and ushers me out the door. Phew. Cherise plops down on the grass, and I do the same next to her. The park is mostly empty at this time of night. There's a soft glow from the city coming off the skyscrapers and carnival. Thank you for your help today. It was nothing. And thanks for your help back there. I would have thought the two of you would get along even a little bit better by now. It's impossible. Whoever said twins are basically the same person was wrong. We're like night and day. And yet, you both ended up in entertainment. I meant to mutter it to myself, but the words came out louder than I intended. It was my idea first. Besides, he's basically just retail. Mari, why did you come back? Why did you come back? I have the same question. You said you were going to your mom's place and go to college far away. Were you able to do it? Yes and no. I moved in with my mom after graduation and started attending college there. But a few months ago, she became sick. She went in for a regular checkup a month ago and never came out. Oh. And now I'm back here. I'm sorry, Mari. Do you want to be here? In high school, all I ever wanted was to leave town and never look back. I thought I had to leave, so I did. I like living somewhere else for a time, but I don't think it ever truly became my home. I realized that just moving somewhere else wasn't enough to make it my home. When I first found out I'd be moving back here, I was angry. Looking back on it, I don't know why. I was angry at a city that doesn't feel like hate, that doesn't feel hate. I was angry at my own assumptions. It's kind of stupid, isn't it? I don't think so. Maybe in a few more years you'll want to leave again. If that's what you want, then go for it. But next time, leave me your phone number, okay? She holds her hand out. You didn't keep in touch, I guess. If Mari wanted not to keep in touch with like her old town, then that makes sense. But that's a lot for considering that you were friends with someone. She holds her hand out. Until then, I'll be here. We can work things out together. I take her hand. And get you and Castor back on speaking terms? Let's not go for the impossible. All right. At least I have your performance to look forward to. Her cheeks flush underneath the moonlight. I squeeze her hand. For now, though, it's time to fly back. I help her up on my broom. Do you think we could take the long way back? Maybe. You'll have to hold on, though. She puts her arms around mine. Oh my god, they're so cute. That's right. The feeling of the wind always was the best up here. But it's even better with someone else. That's the end. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to load it back in so that we are going to go to Castor's route real quick. Okay, we're picking Castor and then Hans. Castor. I want to see what he's going to be doing at the card shop. He's got his hands busy with the game shop, so he might need help with it. After grabbing a quick drink, I head out the door. The card game shop isn't as busy as the days prior. Rather, there's only the same group of card gamers in the corner with Castor. Castor? Mari, there you are. We were going to hold a tournament later tonight, but some of the guys had to drop out. There's like a few hundred in prizes for the winners. It's urgent. What am I supposed to do? Help me reach out to some people around town and convince them to enter. And how do I do that? Don't worry about it. I'll be the one talking to them. My heart skips a beat. I've never flown with someone else, much less Castor. All right, but you could have called a taxi. Isn't a taxi just a people deliverer? I'll grab my stuff and meet you outside. First, let's head over to the residential apartments. Hope you're not afraid of heights. I kick off the ground. Castor walks up to the apartment door and knocks. I don't want any. Hey, you don't even know who's knocking. If it's you, Castor, then I don't really want anything you're peddling. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Alright, guess I'll take all the prize money for myself, since everyone else in the tournament that can beat me is out sick. Loud thudding comes from inside the apartment. The front door swings open to reveal a guy in a button-up business outfit. Out sick? Out sick, everyone. Everyone that has a chance at beating me, yeah. Great for me, though. It'd be like taking candy from a baby if there's no one to actually fight. If you sign up, I can convince Very to sign up. Fine. Count me in. The guy promptly closes the door. A muffled apology can be heard on the other side. You just left your business meeting. I love that. As he resumes whatever work meeting we interrupted. 1 down, 2 to go. Only 2 more? I've got 4 signups, 5 if I include myself, so I only need to convince 3 people to join to make a decent bracket. Next stop is the school library. I forgot what Hans's voice is. No. Why not? Are you too good for free money now? I've got school assignments to work on. Yeah, that's why you're reading. It's research. Imagine, you could be finishing your work now and then breezing through the tournament tonight. Or I could be reading now and then finishing my work tonight. Boring. Maybe you could learn a thing or two about studying. Maybe you could learn to relax a little bit. Or maybe you're afraid of losing to Jeff. Jeff's gonna be there. Yup, unless he ghosts me. Fine. Add me to the list. Sweet. Just don't expect me to hang around afterwards. Castor waves as he walks away from him and towards me. Yeah, we'll see about that. Ready to go? If you are. Where is this last person at? The carnival. He says the word with a bite in his tone, looking down. We silently land at the carnival and are quickly swept up in the crowd. I have to reach out to Castor and grab his arm to avoid losing him. Where are they at? I imagine exactly in that sentence. Where are they exactly? Somewhere around here. I got the feeling he doesn't know where somewhere is as he meanders through the attractions. I follow him, still holding on to his arm. There she is. A pair of performers have caught the eye of the crowd in front of the carousel. The rightmost one, twirling with her streamers, is definitely Charisse. The person on her left juggles some balls into the air before tossing them into Charisse's top hat. Instead of the balls flying back out, though, streamers and confetti appear. A loud round of applause erupts. Castor begrudgingly joins in. Charisse and her partner take a bow. Aren't they amazing? Getting a compliment out of him is like pulling teeth. Great work, Very. The person beside Charisse does a small curtsy. Charisse just folds her arms. If you're done gawking, we've got people to entertain. People who actually want to watch a performance and clap. No, we're here for Very. Very opens their mouth to say something, but Charisse cuts them off. Too bad. Barry and I have work to do, unlike someone. Who's to say I'm not working? You're miles away from the nearest card shop. I nudged Castor to get back to the topic. Very, can you be in Castor's tournament tonight? I've got work. Can anyone else take your shift? No. Everyone else is out sick. I can't hold a tournament with only a handful of people. You couldn't get anyone else to join. That sounded too severe the first time. Hans would be there if Jeff's there, and Jeff will be there if you're there, so... Alright, but I might be a bit late. Very! We need to get these flyers out as soon as possible. I'll leave now to get some of them done. I'll be at the shop district anyway. It'll be okay. Charisse pouts but doesn't argue further. Thank you so much, Very. If I win, you owe me lunch. You can count on it. Okay, we're getting all our people. And that's all the people. Phew. Castor lays down on the grass, and I do the same next to him. The park is mostly empty at this time of night. There's a soft glow from the city coming off the scrapers and carnival. Now I don't have to worry about upsetting some kids for canceling their tournament. You don't know how excited and into it they get. It's our way of escaping and making new friends. It means the world to them. I couldn't have done it without you. It was nothing. Though I wish you'd get along with Charisse a bit more. Nope. We'll never see eye to eye. I don't know. It seems like you both want to make people happy with entertainment. You hear what you want to hear, don't you? Mari, why did you come back? This is kind of the same thing we've heard already, but I'll say it in Castor's voice. Or the voice I've chosen for him. Last thing I heard, you were going to go to your mom's place and go to college there. Did you do it? Yes and no. I moved in with my mom after graduation and started attending college there. But a few months ago, she became sick. She went in for a regular checkup a month ago and never came out. And now I'm back here. Do you want to be here? In high school, all I wanted was to leave town and never look back. I thought I had to leave. So I did. I liked living somewhere else for a time, but I don't think it ever truly became my home. I realized that just moving somewhere else wasn't enough to make it my home. When I first found out I'd be moving back here, I was angry. Looking back on it, I don't know why. I was angry at a city that doesn't feel hate. I was angry at my own assumptions. It's kind of stupid, isn't it? Who's to say? Nothing makes sense unless you tackle it first. You wanted something and you went for it. Not everyone can say that. Maybe you'll want to try it again in the future. But try not to leave without saying anything again, alright? Mari never said anything. I like that advice. It's like, you tried it, and if it didn't work out, you can decide to go in a different direction again. Or return to a direction or a path you've already gone. So, I like that in general. He holds his hand out to me. And if you need anything, I'm right here. Just try not to reach me from 9 to 2 or past 7, as I'm working. I take his hand. And you're working right now. Who's to say? I am really glad you're back. His cheeks flush underneath the moonlight. That's cute. I squeeze his hand. Let's head back. I help him up on my broom. Now I've got to make brackets. But it sure would be nice if we could take the longer way back to the shop. Stalling until the last minute? I'm taking every second I can. You'll have to hold on. He puts his arm around my waist. That's right. The feeling of the wind always was the best up here, but it's even better with someone else. Da-da, da-da. This is so cute. Okay. Let's do Hans's route. That was cute. I like it. This has been very cute. Very short and sweet. I'm very glad I'm finally able to finish it up. So we will pick Hans now. I'll help Hans out. It looks like he needs some help carrying some heavy stuff. I'll grab a quick bite to eat and head out the door, back to campus. It says he should be around the library. Somewhere. He's not where I saw him yesterday. Hans, are you here? There's the sound of a thump by the bookshelves, followed by an avalanche of books. An avalanche? That's dangerous. Hans? Oh, over here. I rush over to the bookshelves until I find one in complete disarray. There on the ground is Hans, surrounded by books. The air feels a bit heavier as dust floats around. What? I was trying to get some of these books down. He coughs in between his words. I fan away at the dust with my broom. The air settles as we silently restack the books into piles. I don't know which goes where, but Hans doesn't seem to mind where I place them. I'm sorry about the mess. It's all right. Maybe next time, though, you should try using a ladder. Is this what you needed help with? He readjusts his hair and jacket cuffs, nodding. Yes. I need to get these books and magazines to places they'll be better used. Better used? We only have a limited amount of shelf space for books in the library. We can either keep old books or get new books. It can't be both. Every quarter, I have to go through the records and see what books haven't been checked out in months or are in bad shape. Normally, we're supposed to throw the unwanted books in the trash. You throw them away? But cough, cough. He coughs, taking the moment to recompose himself. I think it's a waste. A book can mean a lot to a person. They just need the opportunity to read it. So I've contacted different places around town that could benefit from these instead of me tossing them out. There's a lot here. I start putting them into my carrying case. Oh, you do have a carrying case. Good. I just didn't imagine how that would fit on a singular broom. I would have flown them to the people who agreed to take them, but I don't have a broom that can carry them all, so you fly. That's good. Good to know. That's right. Hans is a witch too, and witches are just for everyone. That's the term, okay. Will you be able to carry them all? Of course, don't worry about it. A little extra weight won't hurt my broom. Including me? Including you? My heart skips a beat. I've never flown with someone else, much less. I know it's a bit much to ask, but I can make the deliveries quicker. I've already been in talks with everyone who will be accepting the books. All right. I shut the carrying case and make sure it's strapped tightly to my broom. Let's be off then. I'm just saying though, not that I don't love that they're flying on the same broom, but why can't we take 2 brooms? Anyways, this should be it. We make our way up the staircase of a senior living home, going to the 2nd floor with a few cookbooks in tow. Hans checks his phone before proceeding down the hallway. With a deep breath, he knocks on the door. Miss Doris. A moment passes, then another. He knocks again. Miss Doris, I brought you some books. It takes another moment before the door slowly creaks open. Oh dear. Is it the groceries? No, it's Hans. We spoke over the phone. About what, dear? I brought you some books. Oh my, some new cookbooks. Please take good care of them. I can hear the door close and Hans walks back to me. And that's a few of the books taken care of. Where to now? The residential apartments downtown. He doesn't say anything else as we walk back down to the lobby. He's always been quite quiet, I guess. He called this an apartment, but all I'm seeing is expensive decor and sleek architecture. It's definitely a newer building, aimed at a higher-end clientele. We have to be buzzed up to one of the rooms. The elevator ride is quiet, like most of the ride so far has been. Here we are. Almira? Ah, there you are. Thank you for bringing them to me. I would have come to pick them up, but I was swamped with schoolwork. It's no problem. Hans shuffles through my carrying case, picking out some of the books and handing them to me. In turn, I hand them to Almira. Vampirism at the turn of the century, herbology, fashion in the 20s. These are all so lovely, thank you. Doing some studies in the 1900s? Yes, it's part of my major. I'm studying how vampires lived a century ago and how we shifted to where we are now. Ooh, exciting. I love that. It's a misconception that vampires weren't very widespread until only recently. My thesis is on how we've always been here. Ooh, fun. Just like magic, it's always been there. Are you studying something similar for magic, Hans? No. Short and to the point. No other explanation. Hans hands her the last stack of books. I hope you get a good grade. With these, I'll be able to. Others might not want them, but I'll be able to make notes in them now. So, again, thank you both. Almira carries the books inside her apartment, leaving the 2 of us alone. That leaves one more place to drop by. That's not too bad. For some reason, he doesn't look too happy. It's the worst one yet. How bad could it be? He doesn't say anything else. And we go to the card shop, of course. Yoo-hoo, looking for me? Without even looking at Castor, Hans legs a pile of magazines onto the countertop and turns away. Hey, you can't leave these here without saying anything. That's littering or something. Have fun. He just leaves. Hans heads towards the door, but I hang back with Castor. He shifts through the pile of the magazines now on his desk. TCG Sapphire Waves Edition 3, TCG Rulebook Edition 26, OCG Card Catalog. What am I supposed to do with all of these? Most of them are outdated. Just comes back leaning. You'll figure something out. What makes them outdated? new cards and archetypes come out, which changes the meta, question mark, I don't know what that means. What's meta? Older cards don't change, but the strategies around them do, and that's what most of these discuss. I nod my head. Castor scratches the back of his. So you've got kitchen knives, right? The old knives don't change, but the manufacturers come out with new tools for using them. Some of the knives become obsolete while others become better to use. It's not a great analogy, but maybe it helps make a bit more sense. Uh-huh. If the knives' cards stay the same, then can't the magazine still be referenced somewhat? I guess. The card catalogs are still mostly usable. Maybe I'll tear the papers out and use them to make some new posters. Sure. You're fine with that? It's better than the trash. Really? That's better than nothing. Castor and I exchange a glance. He begins seriously combing through the magazines and sorting them into piles. Thanks, then. I wave off to Castor as we head out. Yay, successful deliveries. I'm glad that's over. He lays down on the grass, and I do the same next to him. The park is mostly empty at this time of night. There's a soft glow from the city coming off the skyscrapers and carnival. I'm surprised you were okay with them using the books however they wanted. Aren't book nerds usually super protective over the sanctity of books? When the other choices are either trash or anything else, it's not hard to pick anything else. Others might disagree with me, but I don't care if they mark or tear them up. It's theirs now. What matters is the worth they see in it. No one else sees worth in those books, which is why I had to throw them out in the first place. If someone can see worth in something, others can't. His voice trails off as he looks towards the skyline. Thank you for your help. It was nothing. A breeze whistles through the park. I pull on my jacket. I'm sorry I acted like I didn't recognize you at first. Apology, recognition about not recognizing her. I love it. You've changed so much since high school, or maybe I've still stayed the same. I know we didn't talk much back then, so I didn't know what to say to you. Maybe I was afraid of the version of you in my memory. I'm sorry. What are you apologizing for? Don't worry about it. Mari, why did you come back? Castor told me you moved away to go to college. Okay, I'm just gonna skip these lines because we've already said it too many times. Do you want to be here? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, you're just living your life. You're trying to figure it out, and that's okay, Mari. Ooh. No. You did what you thought was best. You chased after something. Just because your goals now are different doesn't mean it was a mistake. I love all the responses each one of them has given. They're all so valid. You're trying to figure out your life. You're trying to explore. Who cares if you have to turn around a little bit just to, reevaluate what's going on? That's okay. I'm sorry for not seeing that sooner. He holds his hand out to me. But now that I do, I'm here if you ever need anything. I take his hand. I'm glad you're home. Cute. That's cute. His cheeks flush under the moonlight, and I squeeze his hand. Let's head back. I help him up on my broom. I do have a mess to finish cleaning up in the library, I suppose. But do you think we could take the long way back? You'll have to hold on. He puts his arm around my waist. That's right. The feeling of the wind always was the best up here, but it's even better with someone else. And it's over. Okay, great. I love it. This was so cute. Final thoughts. Loved how short and sweet this was. Also like the more interactive aspect of this visual novel where we could just click click the locations we want to visit. and that we obviously got to spend some time with each of the three love interests here. I will say, as I've said earlier, that I love each and every one of their responses for like how they responded to Mari's like feelings of doubt and uncertainty about her situation returning home. And it really is like one of those things where you just gotta explore. There's no linear progression happening. It feels like it should be that way, but that's not what life is about, and it's totally okay to go in all these different directions and have to turn around or go back a little bit on a path, and that's okay. So I love that this game has that message overall in the story. Um, yeah, I also like the artwork a lot, and the music's also fun. So I'm very glad to play this. Um, Let me know if you like the video or like the game. I do, as I've said. Like the video if you do. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more playthroughs of visual novels. And yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet here. But have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!